Wow. Episode 18 of the TJ Martino podcast is finally here. And first of all, I want to apologize for the quality being not fantastic. Given the circumstances, I can't use the studio, so obviously nobody was expecting things to happen the way they did in the world. So, adapt and survive. So, yeah, sorry again for the long hiatus. It's been like a little over a month since my last episode. I had busy trip to Cabo, got back, and then the world went to hell. So, I've just been trying to adapt, and I've been kind of lazy and trying to figure out a way to do this thing. But I think we got it figured out. So we're finally getting back on track with another episode. It's been some time. We've all had time to kind of readjust and prepare for the world and whatnot, and it's crazy actually, because, and I'll get into this in a second actually after I introduce my guest, the first recurring guest on the podcast, Jake Lieberman in the house. We're actually at his place.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. We're in his house, and we're back with another episode here. First of all, I want to thank everybody that's been listening to some of the older episodes and going back in the catalog. A lot of good stuff there. So thanks for that. Keep dropping comments. Get me to 100 ratings on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, whatever you want to call it. You get me to 100 ratings. I'm at like 80, I think, right now. So let's boost that up. How it is. 5 stars, comment, blah, 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 subscribe. Quarantine update. So, like I said, it's been kind of a mess. How have you been dealing with quarantine?
I feel like I've been dealing with it the same way that everyone else has been here. Playing it pretty smart, just hanging out in my apartment, watching some good movies, spending some good time with my roommates and kids down the hall. FaceTiming a couple people that I haven't spoken to, catching up, but it really just, it's crazy that our life went from 0 to 60. Or no, it went from 60 to 0.
Yeah, it's reverse.
Cabo to quarantine is quite the 180.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was like basically being on my final spring break and having probably one of the best weeks of my life to having one of the worst weeks of my life, being forced to stay inside and pretty much my senior year being cut short. But not alone. Everybody else has got problems they're dealing with, so it is what it is. But it is frustrating because it's something that nobody can control, And it's crazy. What I was trying to get to earlier was I kind of predicted that this was going to get out of hand in the last episode. And I'll talk about my scare with the coronavirus as well in just a bit. But, it's a great time to watch movies. Check out my top 10 movies of the year for 2019 list if you haven't, and maybe go through there and check out some of those movies because this is a perfect time to do so.
Yeah, and feel free to hit me up if you need a movie suggestion. I've started to really delve into my Roku and just really just buff up on what I should be watching.
What have you been watching? What have you been watching lately?
Well, that flick we watched the other week was great.
Oh, Do the Right Thing? Yeah.
That's
a really good movie. I actually hadn't seen that since my intro to film class.
Yeah, no, that's something that I'll be watching every couple
it's very
years
quotable.
For the rest of my life. Very quotable.
It's funny at times, but it gets really dark at the end.
Yeah, no, it's a serious
but it's really
movie.
good. It's a really good movie with a lot of really memorable characters.
And that inspired me to watch Malcolm X.
Oh, did you watch it?
I watched Malcolm X.
It's a great movie.
With Kaufman.
That's a long movie.
It was a long movie, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
I thought Denzel in that. I mean, he's always that all-knowing, just supreme figure, and he just embodied that so well in that movie.
Yeah, I think the thing with that is a lot of people said that did he win? I don't think he won the Oscar for this movie, but a lot of people are saying.
I want to say he got nominated.
He did get nominated, but I don't think he won for the movie, which was kind of controversial because he ended up winning for Training Day, which he's good in, but I think he was better in Malcolm X just because he had a lot more to do.
I mean his transition, that movie, from kind of being this almost Uncle Tom like figure to just a scary, fearless, someone who really just will keep talking until someone shuts up on their point or agrees with him. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was just amazing to see him work in that movie.
Yeah, he's pretty commanding, and I like Spike Lee. Some of Spike Lee's movies. Sometimes he hits, sometimes he misses. I saw Black Klansman, which was his latest movie, and I thought it was good. I think it was a little bit too, what do I want to say? Like, I think it was just a little too like heavy-handed with some of the themes, especially like towards the end of the movie. But you know, Spike. It's kind of what I admire about him is that like he wears his emotions on his sleeve, and you can totally tell when you're watching a Spike Lee joint as compared to like any other movie. So
yeah, something that I noticed about the Spike Lee movies that I've seen, and I think all great directors do that, like Scorsese, Tarantino, is that they kind of break the fourth wall so well that you feel like you lived in the neighborhood of that movie because they just go so in depth that you catch on to like the little mannerisms or just the little phrases.
Characters are so unique.
Characters are so unique. Great acting and great screenplay.
Yeah.
So everything that we have just those titles are definitely must watches for sure.
Yeah. As for me, I'm watching a lot of Westworld. Last night's episode was, I mean, I'm not going to spoil it obviously, but it was arguably one of the best of the series. Episode 4 of season 3 was really, really great stuff, and I'm really into the show. So Westworld people, shout me out. Maybe I'll do like something about that. I don't know. As for movies, I watched Onward.
Oh yeah,
Pixar's. Did you watch that?
We watched that too.
Did you like it?
In what Weitz keeps saying about the movie, he's probably said it about 10 times, is it was an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to describe it.
I think it was. It was good. I mean, not one of my favorites of the Pixar movies, because I'm a huge Pixar fan, but I do think it's good, and it's got some good moments, and some of the action's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, Pixar has they have a great formula.
Yeah, they do.
Every movie has some sort of fan base, whether it's The Incredibles, WALL-E, Onward is a popular one now.
Mm-hmm.
I think they do a good job.
And I think they all have like their own unique kind of flavor to them. Like each movie, like it's not like every like I liked how Onward was kind of like its own thing. Like it wasn't like another sequel or.
What creature was the main character? Like was he a human? Was he like
he's like an elf or something? Maybe, elf or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I didn't understand that. He was like blue, but like had like weird ears.
Yeah,
interesting.
I think he was an elf or something. I don't know, but I thought some of the stuff there was good. I liked the story, but I don't know. It didn't really grasp me as much as I wanted it to. Mm-hmm. But I did like it. I don't know. I'd probably give it like a 3.5, 4 out of 5, somewhere around there range.
Yeah, I would say about the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're with your younger cousins or you're talking to someone younger and they need a movie suggestion,
Onward. Yeah, it's a good flick. What else have I been watching here? Let me pull up my thing.
I watched a good one last night.
What did you watch?
We watched Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, the Robin Williams movie, yeah.
Yeah, that was a unique perspective on Vietnam, especially considering the only other Vietnam movies I've seen beforehand were just all really gory, like loud, dramatic movies. This sort of felt like it was
more lighthearted.
It was like I would say it was like a Mrs. Doubtfire meets like, I don't know.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
The Day After Tomorrow.
Mrs. Doubtfire is one of the weirdest and creepiest movies I think I've ever seen.
I just brought that up because of Robin Williams, but he's also someone who it's just sad talking about him, but you could appreciate him on screen at any time, anywhere. He's got away with words and his actions.
Think about Mrs. Doubtfire though. It's a man dressing up as an old lady to nanny his kids. Like
that wouldn't fly today.
Like, isn't that it's weird, isn't it? Like that's a weird concept for a movie.
I know, but like,
and if it was anybody else in that movie other than Robin Williams, it would be like
I guess that would fly like very well today. I mean, it's probably more accepted now than it was back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the concepts of movies and like just some of these character ideas, I don't understand how they even came to people. Like,
yeah,
bizarre. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's strange, like how like so. I would love to be in that meeting, like with them pitching that idea to somebody, like, we're gonna have
like when they get a character right, and that character, and they find the right actor. Speaking of like characters fitting a role very well, I watched Uncut Gems. With a couple people who haven't seen it yet.
So good.
Yeah,
I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
That's a movie that if you didn't have Adam Sandler in that, then it wouldn't be good at all.
Dude, he's so good in it.
It was just his acting.
Out of nowhere.
Steering the movie.
Out of nowhere. Literally, like...
I heard they were supposed to have Jonah Hill for it.
That would be an interesting casting. I think he could maybe work in that role. But I think Sandler is so much better.
Could you imagine if they had Jonah Hill and Adam Sandler as like diamond dealing partners who were both in a lot of gambling debt? And just imagine both of them being really neurotic on screen.
Yeah, but the point of the movie is just that he is such an awful person. Like, and if it's two people, then it kind of takes away from that, I think.
I don't think he's an awful person because like he does love his son who like looks up to him, and like he tries to start a conversation with his daughter, and like he tries making up with his wife.
Yeah,
and he.
But it's like like his tendencies override everything that he tries to do.
Yeah, he's just an addict and didn't get the help he needed, and that one guy was just too much.
Yeah, and he owed a lot of people money. Yeah. Some of those guys were too dangerous.
Yeah,
but yeah, great. I loved it, and I loved like how like I talked about this when I did my list, but like I loved how like frantic the movie was, and like how like everybody kind of like talks over each other, and like the way it's all like the sound is all mixed. It was really, really cool because like it's like that's how those environments are when it's just a bunch of people all trying to get their words out. Like they're all talking over each other. It's hectic. It's all over the place, and I thought they did a great job of adding to like the suspense of the movie with that kind of choice.
Completely agree.
But a lot of people didn't like the movie for that reason. Because like they didn't really like understand the movie, what was going on, but it's like it's kind of the point.
I spoke to like some older people who saw it, and like most of them didn't like it. Everyone agreed that Sandler was great in the role, but I feel like a lot of people didn't like it just because of like every Adam Sandler movie that you've seen just has you laughing your ass off, and it was just so unexpected of him for you to see him coming on screen, running around like a maniac, and getting into a lot of deep shit.
But it is funny at times. Like there is some good comedy. Like that whole thing. Like it's still Sandler being like charismatic, but like he's actually playing a character, like which was really like cool to see, I guess. Because like he's made some of the worst comedies of the past like 10 years. But like I always like have a sweet spot for Adam Sandler movies. Like, his movies are, like, some of his comedies that he made, especially the ones for Netflix, were terrible, but, like, they were still, like, kind of watchable just because Sandler is so funny. And, like, I've always loved him, so, like...
Yeah, no, I said let's watch The Do-Over in there.
The Do-Over, yeah, I've seen that one.
No, because, whatever, it's a long backstory, but basically in high school, my friends and I would laugh about throwing on The Do-Over on Netflix because it like supposedly got like the worst movie reviews like of all time. So we would always be like, let's watch The Do-Over.
Until Cats came out. Oh, what? Dude, until Cats came out. Did you see Cats?
No.
Don't.
Is that based on the Broadway show Cats?
Yes. And it's okay, so when I went back to Cincinnati after spring break, met up with some of my good high school friends. They came over and we were hanging out on the porch. And we threw on Cats, and we were like, let's watch Cats and just make fun of it pretty much. And like, hopefully it'll be like at least entertaining. And this movie, I swear, was so awful. Like, it wasn't even like so bad that it's good. It was so bad that it was bad. Like, it just was not entertaining. The cats were creepy looking, like very jarring. The music sucked.
Bad.
What?
It was impressively bad.
Yeah. I was like, how did this get made? Because there's a good cast involved. Like, there's a lot of talented people.
Like who?
Idris Elba's in it. Jason Derulo, Taylor Swift, I think, was in it. James Corden, Rebel Wilson, like a bunch of those people.
That's a fat squad.
Yeah, and like they had like a lot of good like comedic and good singers and dancers, but like the movie is just a freaking mess. It's a mess. We got about 45 minutes in, and it takes a lot for me to turn off a movie. We got about 45 minutes in, and we're like, I've had enough. My friend goes, he's like, we should probably just turn this off. I'm like, I'm glad you said that, honestly, because we were all thinking it. Like, let's watch something else.
All right, well, I won't be getting to it then.
Yeah, it was awful. I mean, I wasn't really expecting it to be good because I heard it got terrible reviews and lost the studio like $70 million. But I mean, geez, like they couldn't have missed harder. Honestly, like it was the biggest swing and a miss of all time. Probably, it was rough.
Damn.
But yeah.
All right, so you heard it. Don't watch Cats.
Yeah, don't watch Cats. But yeah, outside of that quarantine, what else have you been doing?
I mean, every couple of days or so, like I'll go on a walk.
That's I think a big thing that people like.
Yeah, but I mean, there's only like so many places you can walk to around here. And
yeah,
just, like,
it's not a good walking area.
You're not even supposed to be doing that, so I mean, I'm kind of just following the book and playing it safe.
I think you are allowed to go outside. You're just not allowed to be like in a public area like for too long.
The only time I'm outside is if I'm walking to like Target or UDF picking up food. Occasionally Chick-fil-A, naturally.
Yeah. Chick.
So, yeah, I think. I mean, who knows? I can't really speak to the length of this or when I think we'll stop living like pariahs, but supposedly this week is the peak. So I mean, if we can get through this week and keep pushing forward, then hopefully we're back to normalcy.
Yeah, because it's weird because this is like really started to like because like when last time I did the podcast, it hadn't entered the United States yet, and I mean obviously we all knew it was going to happen, but like. Mm-hmm. I was like, I remember saying like, we're laughing about this now, but this is going to affect us, and it has. I think it's affected. Like at least I think everybody can say they know somebody that has it, or has had it.
That like really resonated as soon as we got back from Cabo. I mean, like obviously we were in great spirits there, and like, we did. And
we were honestly safer there from the coronavirus than here.
Could you imagine if we were quarantined there though?
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't complain too much.
I wouldn't complain.
But my experience with it was my sister is a nurse, as you know, former guest on the podcast, episode 8, I think she was on, and she had to get tested for work and came up positive. And I had been with her the weekend before she got tested. And so when she had called me and let me know that she had tested positive, I immediately called the Ohio State hotline, coronavirus hotline, and I basically was like, hey, like, my sister tested positive. I was with her, like, a couple of days ago. Like, I would like to get tested. Like, I've had a cough. I'd had a cough for a couple of days, but I just thought it was my allergies because, like, that's kind of how I feel around this time of the year. Like I get a bad cough and like I have dry eyes and like all of the allergy symptoms. But like I was like, I still have a cough. Like I know it's like part of the symptoms for COVID-19. So I was like, can I get tested? And they're like, yeah, but it closes at 2. And I called them at like 1 o'clock, 1:30 because I slept until 12:30 because I haven't been waking up early because I have nothing to wake up for. But anyway, so I call them. And they're like, okay, we'll set you up with an appointment. Just write your name and your birthday on a piece of paper and put it under your license. I mean, windshield, not license plate. Windshield. And so then I drive to this place. Luckily, it's like 5 minutes away because I was scheduled for a 1:45 appointment. And it was like 1:30. And I was like, okay.
You shoved Q-tips up your nose?
Yeah, so we'll get to that. So I get to this place and they got the cones lined up, and this is like kind of like I guess a crash course for people that are thinking about getting tested, because I was tested. And basically, what happens is you drive up to the thing, to the first tent, and they basically get your information. They're like, okay, and like check you in. So they're like, okay, your name, your birthday, like you got that written down. They're like, okay, like now just drive up to the other tent. So I turned around, drove to the other tent. Luckily, there was like 3 other cars there, I think. So like, luckily there wasn't a lot of people there. And I drive up to the other tent, and they had like a sign that says like turn off your car, like no cameras, roll down your window, blah blah. So I roll down my window, turn off my car, and the guy goes, all right, so what's the deal? Pretty much, like he was like, what are your symptoms? Like what happened? And I'm like, well, I've had a cough for a couple of days. I've had no fever, nothing like that, just a cough and congestion. I think it's from allergies, but I don't know. And I was exposed to my sister who has tested positive for coronavirus. So basically they were like, okay, we're just going to give you the nose swab test. And he's like, I'm going to warn you, this is incredibly unpleasant. And so he gets a big swab. It was probably about, I don't know,
If you could describe
6 or 7 inches long.
If you could describe the feeling in 3 words after you put it up your nose, what would those 3 words be?
Scratching my brain. That's what it felt like. It felt like it was scratching my brain.
Oh, so
like
you're like
that's how deep up my nose it went.
So you're like the character from the Benchwarmers who's picking his nose and he's scratching his brain?
Yes, exactly. Like deep up there. And for about 20 to 30 seconds, I can't really remember, but it was pretty painful. And like I was like, my eyes were watering like from it, just because like it was, I guess, stimulating those tear glands or something. I don't know.
Did it give you a head rush?
No, not really. And then
kinda
after he
awful.
pulled it out, I was like, okay, thank God. He's like, all right, now the other nostril. So I had to go back up the right nostril, and do for about 20 seconds. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It was very unpleasant. It was kind of painful, but it only lasted like a minute. And then pretty much after that, he was like, all right, I'll give you some Tylenol and some cough suppressant and send me on my way. And I was out of there in probably 10 minutes. So, I mean, if you think you've been exposed to somebody, I mean, this is pretty much common knowledge at this point, but why not just relay it? Like, if you think you've been exposed, if you know somebody that's been exposed, that you've been with, just get tested. Like, it's not that bad. Like, it sucks in the moment, but you get through it.
I'm
and
sure everyone
I was fine within 10 minutes after, not even, like 5 minutes after I left there, I was completely fine. So,
I'm sure everyone who's listening knows plenty of people
right.
who have tested positive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, it's scary. Like,
yeah.
You don't really know, but if you're smart about it, like,
yeah,
and you're honest, just.
And luckily, my sister is corona free.
Thank God.
Yeah, she's fine. I mean, she said from her experience, she pretty much said that like it was kind of like a mild cold. Was kind of how she described it. Like she felt really bad last Wednesday. I think that was her worst day. She said she had a fever and she was just congested, but she said really it wasn't bad at all from her experience. I mean, obviously everybody else's bodies react differently to it, and that's why it's kind of scary because it manifests in different ways in different people. But for her, in her experience, went about as smoothly, I guess, as you could. And she's doing great, so good for her. But yeah, it's, definitely something to be concerned about, but we'll get through it. We're people. We fight.
We definitely fight.
We're fighters.
We're grinders.
We're grinders and fighters.
We're rounders.
Grinders, rounders, and fighters. But, it does suck because I just want to do something with my life. Like, I think I tweeted this, but I've never hated doing nothing more in my entire life.
And the shitty part about it is that we know we have until May 1st to be planted here.
Right.
And
we still have another month.
Nothing about that is going to change.
Right. We still have another month.
We still have another month of quarantine.
I was watching WrestleMania last night. That's how bad it's gotten.
That's not so bad.
I mean, I guess there's nothing else to watch.
It could definitely be worse.
Yeah.
Than resorting to watching WrestleMania.
Yeah. I guess
I can name probably 47 things off the top of my head right now that are worse than doing that. I'm not going to do that though.
47. But yeah, I hadn't watched WrestleMania in a long time, and I was like, why not? There's nothing else on. So I like found a stream and was watching it for a little bit. I watched Rob Gronkowski win a championship belt.
Yeah, I used to be really into that.
I used to freaking love WWE back in the day. I was a stan. I was a big John Cena guy.
Oh my god, John Cena's the man.
Still is the man.
Yeah, he's still the man, but not as much of the man as he was to me.
Yeah.
In like 2008 when he was.
Now he's like doing movies and shit.
Yeah, what was his signature move called? F you.
The F you.
You can't see me.
The F you. The F you.
The F you. Yeah, some of. I loved some of those names.
Dude, that was dude.
6-1. Oh yeah, my AIM account. If anyone knows what AIM is, it's like an archaic email system that I
by AOL. Yeah.
By AOL, which you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about either. My AIM account is Lieberman619 at AIM.com.
Wow.
After Rey Mysterio.
Hit him up on AIM.
Booyaka, booyaka.
Yeah, dude, Rey Mysterio. What a guy. But, man, it's just struggling now, like, to just find things there and entertain me.
I know.
Like, I can't believe it's gotten to this point.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get myself into a routine because I'm not that type of person.
Nah.
I can't be doing the same thing every day. Like, that would drive me up a wall. But, like, I guess, like, I could be doing... I mean, certain things you need to do every day, but I guess, like, other things, like laundry, which isn't fun, but, like, it eats time, and, like, you feel productive after doing that.
Yeah.
Washing my hands 25 times a day is something. Annoying Tyler Alchel is another thing, which is quite fun.
Yeah. It's a pleasurable experience.
Very pleasurable.
But yeah, I mean, I've pretty much just been trying to learn the new Drake dance, and
yeah, you were killing it on Friday.
Yeah,
you really were.
Toosie Slide.
That song's good. That song's good.
I like it. I totally shouldn't like it, but I like it.
I shouldn't.
It's
like
catchy.
It.
It's funny.
I shouldn't like it, and like I didn't like it until like he released the entire song on Spotify, and like it's just like a nice like dance like Michael Jet.
It's so, like Drake. It's Drake at his laziest, but like still, like it's like
I love Drake at his laziness. Like my favorite Drake song is Jungle, which Drake sounds very lazy on, but like
yeah, but I mean he's at least like doing some good singing on that one. Like I like that song too.
Yeah, he's. I mean, and the music video for that is cool.
For Jungle or for Toosie Slide?
For Toosie Slide, he just walks around his house and then sets off fireworks.
Yeah, made with zero budget.
With zero budget, but like who wouldn't want to like get a tour?
But it worked so well because his house is so sick.
Yeah, his house is like Scarface's house.
Yeah, it's absurd. But it's I like the song. It sounds like it was made in a factory, but I don't care. It's
catchy.
It's catchy. It's getting me through this.
Yeah, you could practice that TikTok for a while.
Yeah, plenty of time to master it.
You have plenty of time to master it. Naturally.
Yeah, it's really, really something. The Toosie Slide. What is that? What is Toosie?
I don't know. I couldn't even venture to guess.
Yeah. Maybe that's the person that made it.
Toosie?
Yeah.
I thought it was Toosie Slide, like a Tootsie Roll, but
maybe Tootsie. What's Tootsie Roll Slide?
I don't know. I feel like there's some songs where like you don't know what the word means, but like you hear
I'm gonna look it up.
You hear the word in a song so often, and like can kind of figure out what it means, and like sort of use it the right way. But like I don't even know where to start if I were to use like Toosie in a sentence if it's a word, or if he tries me like thinking about
maybe
it.
It's a name. Maybe it's somebody's name. Yeah, I don't know. It keeps coming up with Tootsie, and that's not the same thing.
No, it's definitely not the same thing.
Wait, here we go. Wait. I may have found something. It's loading. But, yeah, the dance is going to be popular if it isn't already.
So, what are some of your...
shout out to Drake.
What are some of the other TikTok dances that you've been grinding?
Okay, I like the baby come give me something new.
Yeah. I like the relationship dance by Young Thug. I feel like if you get like the right trio in there, like it could be really funny, or if you like mess it up the right way, because like it's a cool dance and like great song.
Okay, yeah, Toosie or Toosie, whatever, he's a person. He's a dancer on social media, so he's like a TikTok guy. Or Twitter guy or something.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so I was just...
So here's a personality.
Speaking out of my ass a couple minutes ago, but it's all good.
Yeah.
But one TikTok that really grinds my gears is the one that starts with, like, I'm a savage.
Yeah,
classy.
Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, like, stop. Like, that song sucks.
Yeah, it's not a good song.
You could...
Not good.
Yeah, there's so many songs you could do dances to. Why choose that one and make it popular?
Yeah. I saw one of those I'm a Savage, only it was Carol Baskins. And it was like a Tiger King version of that song.
Oh, okay.
That was kind of funny.
Tiger King.
Oh my goodness. Did you? Yeah, you've seen a couple episodes, right?
We attempted to watch it.
How many episodes did you get in?
I got through the first episode, and I watched like 20 minutes of the second episode. But after the first episode, I mean, I was hooked. I was just tired at that point.
Yeah.
And like couldn't keep my eyes open. But I'm probably gonna resume it.
Yeah, I watched the first episode one night, and then like 2 days later, I just watched the rest of the show.
Yeah, interesting concept.
Just burnt through it. Yeah, it's a crazy story that nobody, like, I feel like nobody knew that was happening.
Very under the radar.
And it happened like recently, like a couple of years ago, like, which was like the crazier thing. I was like, how did this happen in like 2016? And like literally nobody knew about it. Like nobody was talking about it. I feel like that's like totally something somebody would like talk about because it's like a crazy story.
Very, very out of the ordinary.
But yeah, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's definitely worth your time now that there's so many memes and stuff being made about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's really well done, and it has some good cliffhangers at the end of episodes. But shout out to like the Tiger King, even though he's locked up. Free Joe Exotic.
All right.
Welcome, Josh Weitz, to the studio.
Mouse in the house, take that.
There he is.
How have you been spending your time?
I've been spending my time, I'd say, probably drinking. Honestly, I feel like alcohol sales in the U.S. have just gone up tremendously since the quarantine.
Very true.
I agree.
Look at all the wine that Alcho's. Actually, no, that's all of us. That's not just Alcho. I don't know why I keep.
That's a lot of wine up there.
No, it's a lot of wine. Yeah, we've drank a lot.
That Josh is good. I think that wine.
I like Josh. The
Josh, do you like Josh?
I'm not a big wine guy, to be honest. I'm more of a beer. Corona premieres for whoever's listening.
Oh yeah. Your Instagram stories with the premieres. Those are classic.
Instagram Live.
Oh my.
Chug another one.
Chug another one.
Would you chug one right now?
Nah, it's 3:30 in the afternoon.
That's a little reckless. But I've seen worse.
Besides that, I'd say just we watch a lot of movies in this room.
What's your favorite movie you've watched recently?
I mean, I just rewatched Uncut Gems. I love that movie. I just love Adam Sandler's performance.
Yeah, we were talking about that. It's a fire movie.
KJ. Yeah, we couldn't stop saying that after we watched it.
Yeah, that's a flick. That's a great flick. But you been gaming?
I've definitely been gaming. Warzone. It's the new wave.
Yeah, I've heard it's good stuff.
It's some good stuff. It's just really hard to win. Except I won my first game, so
really, you won today?
No, my first game I ever played yesterday, I won.
You won the first time?
Yeah.
Who were your teammates?
Literally just Mikey.
Oh wow. Mikey, I feel like, is good at that game.
Yeah, they're both very dedicated Fortnite and like first
Call
person
of Duty enthusiasts, first person shooters.
They're first person shooting game enthusiasts.
Love the FPS life, bro. But yeah. Outside of that, you know, I want to go somewhere, you know, like.
Where do you think's the first place you're gonna travel to after you're done quarantining?
Cabo.
You're going back to Cabo?
No.
Down.
Yeah, down. I don't know.
One thing
That's a good
I'm
question.
hoping for instead of traveling would be for most of the seniors to come back here, and we would just stay like the month of May if we get off quarantine. And we'd all just go out, and I really think that'd be
That'd be awesome.
That would be a
And I really think a lot of the seniors would be down because
And even get somebody. We should get the younger class to fly back out, and then throw a party at the Octo.
Oh. I don't know. I don't even want to think about that right now because who knows?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. I think
just wishful thinking.
Just wishful thinking. I think if this slows down and we get a bunch of people to come back and just vibe here for the last couple of weeks we have, make the most of it, and that would be ideal. But if that doesn't happen, which I could very well see that not happening, unfortunately. After I'm done quarantining, hopefully I could think about some vacations to make out west.
Yeah, I want to travel.
I want to do Colorado and Cal. I haven't been to either.
Oh, I'd love to go to Colorado.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, I haven't been out there in a long time.
I've never been.
Really? It's awesome. I'd like to go, we should go, ski trip out there.
How old were you when you went?
I used to go, when I was younger. We used to go to Steamboat, and we had, my grandparents had, a place there.
Uh-huh.
So we would go. I went probably, I think, 5 or 6 years in a row, and then after that, we just stopped going. We used to go, the week of Martin Luther King Day.
Okay.
In January, which was really big snow time there, so big powder season, so it was nice. I bet if I got back on skis, I could easily just get back into it.
Are you a big gnar shredder?
A big what?
Gnar shredder?
Oh yeah, a big gnar shredder. At first I was like, wait, what? Yeah, big gnar shredder. Shred the gnar.
Yeah.
I thought shredding the gnar was surfing.
I think it's
that's ripping the lip, isn't it?
I don't know. I think shredding gnar is like snowboarding and skiing and anything where you can make the snow go pow.
Is the gnar the snow?
The gnar? Yeah. Gnar could be snow, or gnar could just be you're just swag and you have gnar. You shred gnar.
This is the content. Seasoned. This is the content people come here for. Shred the gnar. But yeah, no. We should definitely do a ski trip.
I don't know how many people. I mean, I know a bunch of people know how to ski. I personally don't know how to ski, but I would still try to learn how to ski and do the trip with you. But yeah, realistically, I think if we did a cool place that we haven't been to, here, as opposed to I know Southeast Asia and Europe are hot spots after
Southeast Asia,
but obviously nobody's traveling there right now.
Probably not the move.
Not the move.
But yeah, flights are really cheap right now. Yeah.
I'm sure.
I might cop a flight.
Traveling?
I might cop a flight for July.
That's not the worst idea.
Because I bet if I get it now, it would be insanely cheap.
Yeah, but to where?
I don't know. If I'm gonna travel somewhere.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I would hold off on travel plans or committing to anything until this is all over. It's just something that gives me optimism at the end of the day. I want to see the world. Yeah, it's we've never been in this position before, where you just can't go anywhere. And it's not even because you don't want to or aren't allowed to. You just can't. There's nothing to do. No. Everything's closed. Everything is closed. Nobody wants to see you. It's a ghost town. It's not. It's we're living in a dystopia, but we'll get through it. Yeah, we'll get through it. And we'll look back on it and be like, yeah, that was not great. And no, we'll look back on it and we'll be like, if we can get through the coronavirus, we can get through anything. Hopefully. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Until the Bud Light virus comes. Or the Michelob virus. The Michelob virus. Nah, come on. Who am I kidding? Yeah, but I saw a tweet that was if you don't think one person can change the world, then you've never I showed you that. An undercooked bat or something. Yeah, my uncle sent me a picture a couple of days ago. I was geeking from it.
That's crazy.
It said,
I don't get that. Like, I don't get the appeal of eating those kind of animals.
what, uncooked bats?
Or just like bats or anything like that. Like,
Yeah, the sign said,
like whatever happened to a good old chicken or steak or burger or or like even like seafood like shrimp or fish, like whatever happened to that?
Not bad.
Bat? Like really? A bat? That looks good? That looks tasty?
The sign said, whoever said one person can't change the world never ate an undercooked bat.
Yeah, like bats. We're eating bats in 2020. And like mice. Or like we're eating rodents. Like, come on, fam. We're better than this.
Just be smart.
We're human beings. We're better than this. We're not snakes.
We're not in Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like even people eating like people like in that movie like makes more sense than people eating bats. Maybe not, but
I don't know if people are more pissed off about the fact that this spread from someone eating a bat or that AIDS spread from an airline attendant having intercourse with a monkey.
Yeah. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
These are the things that keep me up at night. 'Cause
Yes.
I'm like, how can you be a human being but still like succumb to doing something so stupid?
Yeah, and so gross. Like they're gross. Like animals like that are gross. Like why would you even want to have intercourse with that?
I don't know.
With an ape.
I really don't know.
You know, I don't get it. Or in the bats, like another thing, like what part of that looks like edible? Like
Let's change this to a lighter topic and talk about what we want to see on social media in this quarantine, because we talked a lot about that in our first podcast, and everyone's scrolling through their phone all day. So what's some of the content that you've enjoyed looking at?
The Stephen A. Smith burner account did a Stephen A. Smith meme madness that I've been actively participating in. I think it just ended today, or is ending today. I think the championship is today. Mm-hmm. So I've been watching that. I've been in a couple of threads where people tweet pictures of old basketball players from college basketball and NBA. Like, a friend just tweeted a picture of Scoop Jardine from Syracuse.
I haven't heard that name.
Yeah, exactly.
What about Eric Devendorf?
Who's that?
He was on the same team, I think. No, actually, I think he was with Johnny Flynn. Devendorf and Flynn were on the team before.
Okay.
They lost to Kemba. Remember that game? Yeah. Went 6 overtimes at the Garden.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That
was a crazy game. Yeah, Kemba was just a legit ass college player.
I know.
You forget that he's good in the NBA too.
Yeah, you don't see too many players like that where they were dominant in college and
dominant in the NBA. Yeah, Kemba's just legit.
I feel like you end up seeing players that are dominant in the NBA, like that are similar to like Kawhi Leonard in college. Like, people knew that when Kawhi Leonard was playing, he was the best player on the court, but he still had a lot to prove and a lot to develop in college, and now he's just as a Swiss Army knife.
And I think it's because he went to San Diego State too. Like, the team around him wasn't like amazing. Mm-hmm. So like, I think like him just being that good, like
we're recording. You want to say something?
What?
You want to say something, Noah?
Yeah, I'll fucking spew.
Spew. Here we go.
Shamrock fucking towing. You can suck.
Wait. This is Noah Kaufman. He just came in hot because his car got towed this morning.
Yeah. So what's good? Noah Kaufman, longtime listener, one-time guest.
Now recurring guest.
Fuck Shamrock Towing. They towed my car. There's an empty fucking parking lot, and they thought they were gonna get some money out of me and Ellsworth, but no, they're not, because we called and we didn't have to pay jack shit. So these people lost money in the long run, but then we had to drive fucking 25 minutes to Easton to go fucking get it. Westernville.
So, Westerville.
Fuck Shamrock.
So you had to go all the way over there to get your car, but they didn't charge you?
They didn't charge us. Like, they lost money. So they had to drive our car 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Because, like, and they have closer locations, but they were deemed non-essential. So they had to drive it.
Non-essential.
Deep.
What is, like, how do they determine that? How do they determine what's essential and what's non-essential?
Makes no sense. In Colorado, weed's essential. Like, it's really, like, and that's one of the only stocks, if you look, like, that's doing well. Like,
yeah.
The Canada growth, the Canadian stock, the wheat stock, and, like, Planet 51 is doing well still.
Yeah.
Which is a dispensary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, like, weed is still being sold even if it's drive up. Like,
yeah, you can get. Yeah,
it's like alcohol.
But like that's such a money driver. Like,
yeah,
like
it's huge.
They could have easily like decided that wasn't essential, but because it makes so much money for like Colorado and Vegas and California and Oregon,
yeah,
like, they just kept it.
Ohio, I think, is looking at that. They gotta be.
Ohio's got it.
They gotta be looking.
Gotta get some legal.
Yeah, they do. Like, honestly, like they've been probably looking at that for some time and like and seeing the financial benefits of it. But yeah, you know what? Like, at least Chipotle is considered essential. That's all I gotta say.
Chipotle is my laugh.
At least Chipotle is essential, and McDonald's.
Mike's,
Mike's
is never a question of if.
Mike.
It's a question of when.
Yes, Mike's.
It's never a question
Mike's.
of if.
I love Mike's. Been talking about Mike's on here since the beginning.
What's your favorite thing to get at Mike's?
Nuggets and fries. The OG. I also like a Big Mac every once in a while.
Really?
The Big Mac sauce is, dude. Here's what you gotta do. You gotta get if you get nuggets and fries, get Big Mac sauce on the side.
I don't.
That's a move. Dip your fries in it.
Nah, that's definitely.
I don't do McDonald's a lot just because I'm such a Chick-fil-A guy.
Treasonous.
Yeah, I think the sauces at Chick-fil-A are better. That's why.
They definitely are.
Even though Wendy's has some pretty dang sauces too.
Yeah, Wendy's is right below you guys.
I know, that's...
Chick-fil-A is literally like right down the street from me.
That's been a tease all year.
Yeah. 4 for 4s are such a lock.
Such a lock.
They're so efficient.
I know. It's just the best value. Like, I mean, it's not the best value, what am I saying? If you don't feel like spending a lot of money on dinner and want to have a guaranteed full stomach, then get a 4 for 4.
Yeah. I second that. Because Wendy's, like, what do you think is better, McDonald's or Wendy's?
I think each place has something that they
serve
better than the other one. I like McDonald's nuggets better. I like Wendy's fries better. I like McDonald's burgers better. I like Wendy's. I like the people who work at Wendy's more, to be honest. We've had like, I don't know, the McDonald's employees here aren't too nice.
We've had this
couple run-ins.
Yeah, Austin went into this. I think we should revisit it, especially with quarantine. Like, McDonald's, like, has been a hot spot for me because there's literally nothing else to eat.
Weitz had something happen to him at McDonald's.
The manager tried fighting me.
Really?
Wait, what?
The manager was just really being very rude and hostile towards people, and I was very drunk, and he just was not putting up with me or my drunkenness, and just got really hostile towards me and tried hopping behind the counter.
Yeah, no.
I was just all right, I'm good.
Yeah, we left immediately, but it definitely escalated to the point where it didn't need to.
It's like we walked in and they were just looking.
They didn't want to.
They were trying to start shit.
It was just bad business at the end of the day because they knew we had just come out. They had just come back from a night out or whatever. It was us, and then we saw our friends, and they wouldn't take the $6 and serve us our food. I'm not coming back to McDonald's at that time because I know that those employees are working there, and
yeah, they don't
you just lost I don't know, reliable customer.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my business to Wendy's.
I don't eat fast food that much, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I have been lately. I usually don't, but I have been just because I haven't been able to want to go to the grocery store and get a bunch of food. I don't know, it's just so easy, so much easier.
I've been
ordering a lot of Uber Eats.
No, I've been doing my own thing, like in our kitchen. We've all been
bagels.
That was just on Saturday. Those pizza bagels really hit the spot. That was the first thing I think I ate all day outside. The mashed potatoes. We were using
You dipped the mashed potatoes in the Cajun sauce.
The Buckeye Cajun sauce. No, but we've been going like grocery shopping frequently, just to like Target mostly.
Yeah.
And like getting things for dinner. Alchel's been like an iron chef. He's really found his way in the kitchen. Kid loves butternut squash, loves hot dogs. He's walking into the room right now, but probably won't say anything.
Yeah. Right. So you're a big chef, huh? We're talking about you.
Talking about you chefing up.
We're recording a podcast right now.
Talking about Chef Curry over there.
Steph Curry, man, what an inspiration.
What an inspiration. I was going to send you the video of Steph Curry missing the layup. You know when he like slips and falls and he's going for the dunk or whatever? Yeah, I was going to send what an inspiration.
I don't know where that meme came from. I heard it came from a dude named Flight, but everyone's been saying that. And I find it hysterical.
He's an inspiration. Inspiration to all.
Can I come in with a news update?
Yes.
We have breaking news. No Kaufman back. Boris Johnson is under observation in hospital for coronavirus but remains in charge.
Damn.
So he's not only positive for corona, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, but he's hospitalized, which is like a big deal.
Yikes. So
in the ICU.
Wow. So he's still doing his job from the hospital.
Supposedly, but like he can't be doing it to that extreme like.
They have to send like orders like under the door or whatever. Probably make a lot of phone calls though. That's probably something that he can do. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, so that's breaking news. I thought I would just.
Yeah.
This has been a Noah breaking news update. Back to TJ with sports.
There are no sports on. Except for WrestleMania.
About that, didn't Gronk?
Yes.
Did anyone see the ending to that?
24/7
Yeah, he jumped off like a 15.
What does the 24/7 title mean?
I couldn't tell you.
Let's look it up.
Does that mean like at all times of the day, like someone could challenge him to wrestle? Like if he's like taking a shower, someone could like break in and be like, "Get out of the shower."
Okay.
We'll suplex you.
24/7 championship. It is a tertiary championship open to anyone regardless of gender or WWE employment status, and carries the special rule that it can be defended 24/7 as in any time, anywhere, as long as a WWE referee is present. Wow.
That's bizarre.
It is defended across all brands as well as outside of regular shows. The current champion is Rob Gronkowski. Wow. 24/7 championship. What an amazing idea. How did nobody ever think of this?
Couldn't tell you.
That's funny though. Gronk. I heard rumors like because Gronk was hosting WrestleMania, so
He was announcing it.
yeah, so I figured that they would find some way to get him in there. Mm-hmm. It was weird though. I was watching like some of it, and it was so weird to watch it without people in the crowd. Because like you could hear them all like talking shit to each other, like the wrestlers, like when they're fighting.
Really? What were some of the things that they were saying?
I don't remember, but
they
I
like
just
bleeping out the curse words. Like you like hear them like saying like dirty.
I don't think any of them were cussing at each other. I don't really recall, but I just know that like one of the guys, he was like jumping up and hitting a dude in the face with his knee and was like talking shit. I forget what he was saying, but he was like, you deserve this or whatever.
What sports did you play in high school?
I played football and ran track.
Were you a big shit talker on the field?
No.
Really?
No, because I wasn't good enough to talk shit.
Yeah, no, I thought I was good enough to talk shit until sophomore year of high school. I like rode the bench on varsity all season.
Yeah, I've been there.
And that kind of humbled me. Towards the end of like my high school experience, I started getting more vocal just because like just became more of like I played midfield and then I moved to the back in soccer and like
I feel like there's a lot of shit talking soccer.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit talking soccer, and like whenever someone would like kick at my shins or my ankles, like that was like one of my biggest pet peeves. So I would just be like,
It probably happened a lot.
stop, like I would freak out.
Stop.
Literally stop.
Yeah, I mean, I was like good at like the lifting and running part of it, of football, but not as much like the football part of it. I just not good enough of an athlete, especially for my school, because like my school was a big athletics school, so it was like kind of hard to get out there. Even though I was like strong enough, I just was not athletic enough. That's really what it came down to.
Yeah.
So I didn't peak in high school. That's a good thing.
I don't know when. I don't know when I peaked. I peaked in high school, I think. No, I'm kidding. I mean, high school definitely like was fun, but like obviously, it's not like it doesn't compare to this.
No.
Hopefully, like I haven't reached my peak yet. Cause like, I don't know.
I mean, we still got some time.
We still got some time.
We're young. We're young chaps. But you know, we just gotta get through this first, and then life will be good. So stay safe, people. Stay safe. And tell a friend about the show if you haven't. One friend challenge is still going. Text it to them. If you can't see them, it doesn't mean that the challenge is canceled. Still tell a friend. Follow me on all the social media stuff. Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. Said the Birds is my name. Snapchat, Snake Lieberman, if anyone wants to start a streak. And I'm not giving my phone number to anyone. Let's connect on LinkedIn. Jake Lieberman. You know how to spell my name. That's Lieberman. Trying to build my Rolodex.
Any plugs for you guys?
No, Tyler, do you want to plug anything?
Nah, I'm good.
Tyler's good.
Tyler's good.
Buck Laundry LLC, the premier launderer of laundry and friendship. Brian Levine, esteemed Sammy guy, is taking over.
Wait, let me interrupt. Let me interrupt you, Brian Levine. I'm gonna plug him. He won a huge award in Cabo. So just like a quick anecdote, me and my buddy Sean Kahati made these superlatives for all the kids in our fraternity who went to Cabo, and I think Levine won one of the coolest awards, probably never won before by anyone here. The title of his award was Chillest Brother with the sickest references, who seemed like he fucked mad on the trip. So, kudos to you, Brian.
I won the King of Cabo, by the way. I am the reigning defending King of Cabo.
And Jake Gadat is the guy you want to know in Cabo.
Shout out Jake Gadat. But yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, SoundCloud, Spotify. You know the deal. Check out the pod on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon Alexa, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, all that shit. And hopefully I'll be doing another episode in the next couple of days. I don't know. We'll see if I can get some motivation to turn on the microphone. But thanks for listening. And episode 18 was a wrap. Drop the beat.